Okay, we good? You ready? All right, aloha fam. How you guys doing? Welcome to Zoom Ohana. We're blessed to have Zach and Eden again come train us. I know they miss us so much. What's up, Araj? So without further ado, take notes, you guys, because what they're gonna say is gonna blow you guys' mind. So take good notes. Listen. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. Nice to see your faces, all of you.
Can we first say hi to Ashton?
Yeah, can we
just say hi
tilt
to
it?
Ash real quick?
Ashton, I can't see your face.
I did.
There you go.
Hi.
Ashton, we miss you. Aw. Are you feeling better, Ashton? No?
No.
Aw. We hope you feel better. We love you. Aw. Nice to see all of you guys. I see Albert and Aaliyah. Hi, guys. Stacy and Shane, Crystal, Sherry. I even see Sachi. Hi. Suchi, excuse me. Oh, my gosh. So many beautiful faces. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I even see some new faces, which is really exciting. Auntie Debbie, nice to see you. And thank you guys for carving out time in your evening tonight to be able to talk with us. I just want to make sure that our technology on this side. Christine, can you see me? Am I popping up? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So first of all, thank you, Christine and Pearson, for rallying the troops and getting everybody on. Your leadership is continually amazing us every single day. We're blown away by the kind of impact that you're having in so many people's lives. And we're blessed to be in partnership with you and with everybody that we got to spend some time with. And of course, there's so many people that we have yet to meet. So we're just excited to share with you some tools that will allow you to really learn the system faster, more effectively, answer a lot of your questions, hopefully. And then, of course, the whole point of network marketing is to be able to duplicate your efforts. So once you learn it, then you do it, and then you can teach other people how to do it. So the intention of this call is for you to learn the system so that you can then do the system. And then, of course, you can teach the system to your people. Do you want to?
No, I'm cracking up because I love that we can do this business from anywhere. And I'm just watching Crystal walk through the store right now. And I feel like I'm like on a hidden camera. Like, what was that show where you would run through the store to collect as much food as you can? What was that name of that show?
I don't know. That was probably
some game show.
That was probably before my time.
Relax. You're only 2 years younger than me. God, I swear. Anyway.
Supermarket sweepstakes.
Thank you. Supermarket sweepstakes.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you. And for those of you guys who are new to Zoom, in the top right-hand corner, you can click speaker view, or you can look at the whole grid of everybody on the line. It would help us if you can keep your lines muted, which is the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. And then, of course, if you have any questions or want to come off mute, then you would just click that as well. So without further ado, babe, are we just going to jump right in?
What's that?
Are we just going to jump right in? Do you want to say anything?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So Zach and I have spent the last 3.5 years really perfecting a very simple system that will allow you to get up and running quickly. And the whole idea is for this to just be a very easy process. In fact, the concept is to just not say too much and really just be the invitation to the destination where people can get the information. And so many of you did that extremely effectively in the last couple of weeks with shake tastings. And I know that you guys have more shake tastings coming up. So remember, it's better to say less. And it's better to just pique the interest and the curiosity of people. And when they start asking you a bunch of questions, you can say, you know what, I really don't know. I'm brand new. I've barely been using the products for a couple days. I haven't even gotten my box yet. All I know is that I'm really excited. So what I'd love to do is connect you with a friend of mine who's been, using the products a little bit longer. You just want to pass people along, be the invitation to the destination where they can get the information. And if you're taking notes, write that one down. Zach taught me that at the very beginning and allowed me to just really simplify my process. And so what I'd like to show you first is the system that we use to send prospects to. So one of the places where we'll send them to get the information is by watching a couple of videos. And so I'm going to share my screen with you and show you exactly what this prospecting site looks like. Okay, we're going to share the screen. Here we go. Okay. If you cannot see my web browser, then somebody could please come off mute and let me know. And let's make this full screen. Okay. So this site is called Our Easy System. Now, there are lots of other sites that exist out there with Isagenix videos. There's YouTube, of course. But what we've done is we've taken what we feel are the most powerful videos and we've systematized it in a way to allow your prospect to stay narrowly focused as they do their due diligence and their research when it comes to making a decision as to whether or not this is for them. And so Our Easy System is where we're going to send them. And on the homepage, there's a quick 1.5-minute video that's just kind of like a sizzle video that will give them a deeper insight into what the community and the culture is all about. We don't necessarily direct people to watching that video. Sometimes they'll find their way there. But we'll direct people to videos in kind of 2 different categories. If they're under the age of 35, they're going to be sent in one direction. And if they're over the age of 35, they're going to be sent in another direction. And here's why. In Isagenix, we have a community called the Start Group. And so people ages 18 to 35, the young entrepreneurs, have a kind of a culture that's built inside of Isagenix where young people can come and really feel a part of something really impactful. And so if your prospect is under the age of 35, you're going to send them to Our Easy System and have them watch the 2 videos. You're going to be very specific with how you help to guide them. They're going to watch the 2 videos under the Gen Y tab. And that's it. And so this is what that page looks like. The first video that they're going to watch is the Start Group video. So this is a video that really describes the culture of the Start Group and why so many young people are getting so excited to be a part of this community. What is nice for you guys about this video is that Zach and I happen to be featured in the video. So you can say something like, look out for my partners. You know, he's the guy with the beard and his wife. We're working with them personally, and you might share a couple of things about us from your experience with us if you choose to. So this video is amazing. It's almost 4 minutes long. It's for those of you who haven't seen it, watch it. For those of you who have seen it, I've probably seen it 100 times, and every time I watch it, I'm so inspired all over again. So this is a really great video, and the reason why we choose to share this video first is because people under the age of 35, the Gen Y generation, about 70% of our generation has been polled to not ever want to work for somebody. And so the main goal, whether the people you're working with know it or not, their intrinsic feeling is to really want to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves, where they have a sense of purpose, where they can make their own rules and have freedom. And this video really packs that in a neat little box for them. And then once they've watched that video, directly below that, they're going to watch a video which explains very thoroughly how and why the system works. This video is featuring a yoga instructor and a fitness instructor who is also a skeptic. She gets into the science. She really targets all of the different personality types to deliver the information that everybody is looking for. So any prospect that you have that goes to look at this site, they're going to get all the information. So you're really just being the invitation to the destination where they can get that information. You don't have to feel like you have to be an expert. Let the videos be the expert for you. And then for people over 35, there's the Isagenix Difference tab. Now, in dealing with a slightly different demographic, we know that most people over the age of 35 have been presented with different opportunities. Maybe they've been parts with companies in the past. And really what we found is that generally their focus is on getting the information on the nutrition first. And so we have the videos laid out just backwards, where they're going to watch the video about the nutrition first, and then they're going to scroll down and watch the video about the lifestyle, about the culture, about the community of Isagenix. and that's where they're going to get a lot of their questions answered. Then you're going to have certain personality types that are just going to start clicking around the website as they do their research. And so knowing that, we want to keep them on this page, and that's why we have included a transformation page where they might find themselves clicking around, looking at different stories. There's lots of them here. And then, of course, the people that are money motivated, they're going to find themselves attracted to the compensation plan video, which is 12 minutes long if you haven't watched it. It really encompasses the full scope of the pay plan in a short period of time. And then, of course, if you're talking with people about having a health experience, but also about the business opportunity, then you can guide them to this tab as well, having them watch that video. And then there's a resources tab, which is it basically details exactly how to use the 30-day system. So sometimes people will just find their way there because they want to see the ins and outs of how it works. But most often I use this page when I've just first gotten a customer started. I'll send them a link to this page and I'll say, hey, while you're waiting for your box to show up and you're really excited to really learn what your day is going to look like, just go to the resources tab. I'll send them the link and I'll say, watch these videos, look at the tracker, print them up. There's a tip sheet in there. It'll tell you what to get from the grocery store. And that way you're all set up by the time the box shows up. And what I found is that they're in less of overwhelm when their box arrives and more equipped to immediately start the system. And so that's the prospecting site. And this is just a tool that fits into the larger training system, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Are there any questions about this site? Does anybody want to, or you know what, let's save questions for the end actually. And go ahead and just write down questions as we go. If you have any, we'll open this up for Q&A until we're done. Okay, so then we have the training site. Now the training site, this is a system that you're going to be using from the beginning of launching your business all the way through helping your prospects get started. So just like baseball, this is about running the bases. So if you have a prospect that's on first base, you're just going to move them through second base and then third base. And third base is where you're going to get them started. So I'm going to show you exactly what that means. Here are the bases. So start here is really learning to launch your business on Facebook, which I'm going to show you how to do. And this is an area of expertise for Zach and me. We have a very, very specific system that works every time. Pearson and Christine have had great results using this specific Facebook system, as have many of you. I know Shannon Colana have as well. And I mean, there's countless names who have used this effectively. But essentially we're looking at home plate, and home plate is where you're identifying the people that you want to contact. And then first base is where you're going to connect with them and invite them to take a look. Second base is validation. So once they've agreed to take a look, now we're just going to validate their decision-making process. And that might be getting them on a call with the person that got you started, setting up a face-to-face meeting, showing them some videos, getting them to a shake tasting. Could be a variety of things. We're just helping them validate and get more information. And then third base is where you're going to get them started. So I'll go into this in more detail in just a moment, but I'd like to show you the Start Here tab. So for those of you who have not seen this site, this video will be recorded, and this is something that I like to show people when I first get them started. And because you guys are a market that's growing so quickly, it's important for you to understand this system and start implementing it, because it's going to allow you to teach your people faster. And the faster you can teach your people, the faster this thing is going to go for you. So in fact, before I even hit the Start Here tab, I want to point out that on the home page, there's a link here to archived daily team calls. So Zach and I, for about 18 months, we did training calls 5 days a week. So that means there's over 300 archived training calls on every topic that you can imagine. So if you just click here to listen, there's a podcast channel that you can subscribe to. And then if you're at the gym or you're in the car, whatever, you can just listen to any topic that you desire. If you want to learn, if you want to get training on mindset, if you want to get whatever you want to get training on, it's there for you, and you can kind of do it at your own pace. It's kind of like a university, a network marketing university that's just waiting for you to, to take advantage of it at your pace. All right. So the Start Here tab under RAZ training is the Facebook system. So to give you a little bit of background on this, Zach is a social media expert. He doesn't like the term guru, but in a sense, that's really what he is, because Zach, he has 10 years of experience in network marketing, but about 8 years ago when Facebook was launched, he really decoded how to use Facebook for network marketing in a way that's classy, that creates curiosity, that doesn't give it all away, and that can be really effective for the average person to tap into their network so that their networks come to them and say, hey, what are you doing? I want to do that with you. Did you come back to say something?
No. That's just me rubbing
You
your
just came
shoulder.
back to give me a massage?
Yeah.
I'll take it. For real?
Yeah.
Okay. So Zach also has a background as an expert level copywriter. And so he's created a copy and paste post that we've used for the last 2.5 years now, literally with pretty much everybody that's come in and raised their hand and said, I want to make money. I want to get the company to cover the cost of my products. And so there's a very specific way to do this so that it's the most effective. And the first thing that you want to do is you're going to follow the settings under step 1, which is adjusting your privacy settings on your Facebook timeline so that you get the greatest amount of visibility. So take 10 minutes and go through this step by step. There's visual diagrams showing you exactly, even if you're a Facebook, layman, you can follow these step by step, literally like they're arrows. It's impossible to mess this up unless you don't do it. So you're going to adjust your privacy settings, and that's where you're going to start. And then step 2 is you're going to copy and paste this simple post and put it on your timeline. Now, there are strategic times to do it. What we've found is about 8 p.m. in your local market is when you're going to get the greatest amount of visibility. The average person's network is most active on Facebook around 8 o'clock p.m. And the whole idea is about getting engagement. So if you haven't started your box yet, your post looks something like, after watching my friend Christine release 18 pounds and 70 inches and look amazing, thanks to an incredible superfood system, I decided it was time for me to experience similar results because I'm tired of feeling blank, blank, and blank. I'm so excited to get started and get my body back. My system hasn't even arrived yet, and I'd love to have some good friends join me on this journey so we could get the healthiest we've ever been together and hold each other accountable. Who's up for looking and feeling their best? Now, you might even put a photo up of Christine's before and after photos so that your network has a visual of what that looks like. Now, most people, the average person, will get 7 to 14 qualified leads on that single post. Now, of course, it depends on your network and how active you already are on Facebook, their algorithms and all that stuff. But it's a really great way to kind of tell your network, hey, I'm doing something new, follow my journey, without saying it like that. Another thing I want to point out is that we don't say isogenics anywhere in this. In fact, in 3.5 years, Zach and I have never said isogenics on Facebook at all. Yet approximately 90% of the people that we've enrolled have come through Facebook asking us what we're doing. And they still don't know what it is. So that's the sweet spot. It's sharing a journey without giving too much away. Kind of like on a first date, you don't want to give it all away, but you want to create that curiosity. Marketing is kind of like seduction. And then if you have already started.
Do you want to? Wait, sorry, go through that one. I thought you were done with that already.
Okay. And then if you have already started, there's a slightly different post. You can copy and paste this language. It's all here for you. And then once people start asking, hey, what is it? What are you doing? They post on.
Yeah. So before we go into that, I just want to check in with them. So minimize because we can't see them right now.
Okay.
All right. So we just want to check in with you guys. Is this registering for you? If it's making sense, just go like this. Just wave your hands. You can always type in the chat box, but if you guys are getting this, if you're following it, we know it's a lot, but if you guys are getting it, sweet, thumbs up. Okay, right on. Cool. All right, so maybe even stay here, right? Because they can still see your screen. That way we can stay checked in with that.
Okay, and guys, unmute if I'm going too fast or if
or
something.
Just chat in the comments.
Yeah, just chat. Keep us posted. Okay. And then when people start asking you what you're doing, there's a conversation that's in here for you. So you just follow it. As Christine says, locify it, make it make sense inside of your market as you're talking with your friends. But essentially the idea with people who come off of Facebook is that you want to get them on the phone or face-to-face as quickly as possible. You don't want to keep having the conversation online. So the way that you'll see the flow of this conversation is you ask them what their goals are and share yours. And then you basically say that you're brand new at this, but what you'd love to do is introduce them to your friend that's been doing it a little bit longer, and you want to set up a call or set up a meeting. Just follow it. It'll tell you when to send them the videos and everything. It's literally here step by step. This is cookie cutter. You don't even have to think about it. You can just copy and paste it.
So just to give you guys an idea of how we designed this is if you walk into any McDonald's in the world, whether it's in Maui or in Michigan, the shake machine is going to be in one area, the fry machine is going to be in another area, the grill machine is going to be in another area, the menu is going to be in the exact same place. Everything is predictable because systems are what duplicate. And so that's why we've put this thing together as cookie cutter as possible. It's like buying a franchise, but you eat your overhead instead of spending $1 million for McDonald's. So that's why everything's so systematic to make this as basic and as easy for anyone to do as possible.
Okay.
Nice. That's my little anecdote there.
Awesome. Okay, so
Hear about the black V-neck memo. That's good.
So that's the Facebook. And you can click through this site, look at the resources. What we've done is we've kept it really clean so as to not overload or overwhelm with anything that you don't really need to know. And then you can go to home plate. Home plate is making a list. So the idea when you're setting out to share this with people, you want to identify the types of people that you want to be in business with, that you want to be in partnership with. So the first thing that we have people do is just make a list of 10 character traits or core values that are non-negotiable for you to have around you and to have in a business partner, because in network marketing, you choose who you get to be in business with. How many of you guys go to work every day and work with coworkers that you don't like? Just
Wait,
quick show of
careful
hands.
with that. Actually, careful here. Actually, just keep it.
Pearson, close your eyes.
Everyone's in Ohana here. We're family. Just everybody.
No, but keep your hands up. I'm going to scroll through the screen. How many of you guys go to work and work with coworkers that you just don't necessarily jive with? Pretty much everybody. Thank you for your honesty. So,
Sherry, I bet. I went to the front desk with some of those people.
Aww.
No, I'm just kidding.
So network marketing is about choosing the people that you get to be in business with. And so if there's somebody that you're not into, that is distracting. If there's a person that where your values aren't aligned, your energy isn't aligned, you don't have to be in business with them. So what's nice about this process is it allows you to set your intentions in the very beginning about the types of people that you want to attract into your life. There's no mistake that the list of character traits and core values that we have completely align with who Christine and Pearson are. It's why we talked with them in the first place. There's no mistaking that team player, family-oriented, loyal, good at everything they do, love to win, business-minded, entrepreneurial, hardworking, open-minded, out-of-the-box thinker. There's no mistake that the things that are important to us, we've attracted in our partners. So if you guys can early on set this intention, you're just going to have a much more fun time. And so you can follow this process at your leisure. The sooner you make a list, the clearer you're going to be with, exactly how to spend your time, because everybody has limited time. Most people are building this in the pockets of their day. And so you can just follow that system that process to make a list. And then once you have a list, or once you have people that you want to connect with under First Base, there's a couple of templates that you can follow. And again, you can locify it, make it your own. You might be somebody that has no problem talking with people. You might be somebody who has such close relationships that it's very easy for you to say, hey, I was introduced to something I'm so excited about. Are you open to taking a look at it? You might be somebody that has so much confidence in your relationships that you're able to do that. And the purpose for having tools is because the average person isn't going to have that confidence. The average person that might be a little bit more shy or a little bit more timid, it helps them to have those parameters. So if you're doing something that's already working, that's producing results, where you're able to keep it simple, keep doing what you're doing. I don't want to take anybody away because you guys are creating amazing results. I just want to show you that this is here so that as your new people get started, you'll know how to guide them and give them some framework for what they can, for what they can follow. Any question about that? Okay. And then second base. So second base is the validation step. You have somebody that is open to taking a look. So there's a template here for if you're doing a 3-way call, which is an excellent, there's also an excellent training in here when you guys have time. It'll help you with your conversations as you're helping people get started to really peel back the layers and identify what a person's goal is. This might be a little bit more advanced for the brand new person.
Yep. That's what I was going to say also.
Yep.
And don't feel like you have to know all of this right now, that you have to learn all of this right now.
We're simply just showing you that this exists.
The whole point of the system is that you can go step by step. So if you haven't posted on Facebook yet, start there, right? And if you haven't made your list yet, then do that. So remember, the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So we're just giving you the 50,000 foot view, but then we want you guys to really focus on like the little micro steps. Yeah. So just little baby steps, one day at a time, one action step at a time. Don't feel like you have to know all of this at once. You're not going to learn all of this at once. This is a career. This is whatever you want to make it, right? But it's a journey, right? And so trust the process and be willing to go at whatever pace you want to go at. And there's a saying that Ian and I really subscribe to, and that's that we don't care whether you go fast or slow. We just care that you go. So whatever your pace is whatever your pace is. Doesn't matter to us. We just want you to keep moving forward at whatever pace you want to move forward at.
Yeah. And we just want you to be aware that the tools exist. And that's really the purpose of all this, because traditionally speaking, the person that gets you started is going to walk you through something like this. You're going to walk your new person through this system. It's like a 10-minute simple phone call just to show them that it's here. But because so many of you are getting started at one time, that's why we're doing this.
Because the Maui team breaking all kind of records.
All kind. All right. So there's some templates here. Again, these are just resources. And then there's a follow-up system on Facebook right here, this EYB follow-up system. This is for people who you've talked to, they're thinking about it. There's a specific system on how to get them information as they're thinking about it so that they can make a decision. So if you click on it, there's a couple of videos that you can watch and learn exactly how that works.
So if there's one thing that I'm really going to encourage you guys to study the most, especially those of you guys that are new, it's that system. It's the EYB follow-up system. Because you're going to be talking with a lot of people. You're going to be having a lot of people watch videos. You're going to have people do 3-way calls. Most people won't get started on the first exposure, second exposure, third exposure. The EYB follow-up system does all the heavy lifting for you. So if you can master the EYB system, then you'll master everything. It makes life so simple for everyone if you learn that process. So if it were me, I would take some time to really study the EYB follow-up system, learn the document, learn the steps. It's really cookie cutter. We have a training in there for you. It's very, very simple to use, but the results are astounding. And so just to give you guys an idea, after somebody, let's say you do a 3-way call and they're like, you know what, I want to do some more research. I want to research the ingredients, whatever it is, great. They'd go into the EYB system, right? If they come to a shake tasting party and say, you know, I want to think about it, and you find out what is it that you want to do some more research about, they say, oh, well, I want to talk, I want to make sure that this is going to save me money or whatever it's going to be. You go, great, I'm going to add you to a private group on Facebook. That's what the EYB system is for, and you'll learn about this if you go through the training, but it basically does the job of following up for you. And there's a saying that we have, which is the fortune's in the follow-up. Fortune's in the follow-up. And this group does an incredible job of following up for you, leveraging the entire team so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about going at it alone. And many of you guys on here are already using it effectively. Mm-hmm. For those of you guys that are just learning about it, please, please, please take some time to really learn this system, because it is one of the things that separates our team from a lot of the other organizations out there. Is the way that we do this is very, very particular, but very, very effective.
Great.
Thanks.
Okay. And then there's also how to do a shake tasting party. So for those of you guys who are thinking of hosting one or presenting one, literally step by step, there's trainings on how to do it and what to say. And again, if you're brand new, don't even worry about this. Just know that it's there. And yeah, just kind of look at this stuff at your own pace.
But one training that Eden made last night that I do want to encourage you guys to look at tonight, knowing that you guys have all these shake tastings coming up tomorrow and the next couple of days, is if you click in this section, how to do a shake tasting, I want all of you guys to commit to watching this shake tasting etiquette training video. Because even
3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes long, because even if you're not giving the presentation, how you operate as an associate at the presentation can be the difference between somebody getting started and not getting started. So Eden goes through some very specific do's and don'ts that'll help you really maximize both your time and your guests' time at these upcoming shake tastings. So please, if you have the opportunity to, if you want to, check out that video. And notice my language, guys. It's always just, we're inviting you to do this. We recommend you doing it. If you want to do it, we're not your bosses. You don't work for us. This is your business. Our job is to simply guide you, to show you what we've known to be effective. Our way is not the only way. It's just what's created results for us. But just know that this is your business, and so whatever we can do to support you, we're here to do. But at the end of the day, here's what it looks like. We're the GPS, right? Eden and I, Pearson and Christine, we're the GPS. You punch in the coordinates. You tell us, here's where I want to go. And Isogenics is the vehicle. It can take you wherever you want to go, but we're the GPS. So we're going to say, okay, drive straight, drive straight, drive straight, turn right, make a left. But if you turn right when we say make a left, okay, we're just going to say recalculating, recalculating, recalculating. But if you keep making a left when we say go right, well, just like a GPS, you're going to end up getting to where you want to go. It's just going to take a lot longer. So ultimately what we're saying is you're the driver. Isogenics is the vehicle, we're the GPS, you're the driver. So that's why it's always an invitation, a recommendation, and a suggestion. We're never telling you what to do. So I hope you guys all get that.
Yep. Okay. So third base, and for those of you who have questions, just write them down and we'll do Q&A in just a few minutes here. So third base is helping them get started. So there's an order form. I want you guys to see how detailed this is. There's an order form where you write the information down, and it literally takes you through exactly what questions to ask and what flavor options they have as you're taking down their information. And it even gives you specific language on how to let them know about auto ship and what to expect and getting added to the groups and all of that. It's all here, cookie cutter. There's the order form. There's enrollment instructions, which walks you through step by step on how to put a new person in the tree, which groups to add them to on Facebook. I mean, this is like as simple and as laid out as it could possibly be. So it's all here for you. Like Zach said, our only job, and Pearson and Christine's only job, is to set you guys up for success. And a system is what sets a person up for success. So I encourage you guys to follow the system just like Christine and Pearson have, which has yielded them incredible results just from day one. They're just following the system, following the system, following the system. It's all here for you guys. So no need to reinvent the wheel or over complicate any of it. This is a really easy business. This is a simple business. You literally have to go to work to overcomplicate it. It's that simple. Anything else? All right, so we're going to open it up for Q&A unless, Pearson and Christine, did you want to jump out and say anything? Did we cover it all? Okay. You know, one of the first sayings that I heard about network marketing that I loved is that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So this is your guys' business, and what you create is entirely up to you. It's in our interest, all of our interest, to work as a team and help to support you, but ultimately your results are yours and yours alone. And so if and when you have any questions, I encourage you to go to Pearson and Christine, post in the groups, come to us, go to your enrolling sponsor. Don't try to figure it out. You can kind of ask for some guidance, and what Pearson might say is, hey, there's a really great video that explains how to do that, and he'll help guide you to that video. But ultimately, we're all really here to just support you guys in whatever you want to create. So go ahead and unmute your line. If anybody has questions, let's just go one by one. You can click the mute thing, the microphone in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, and come on out.
Debbie in Eagle Point.
Hi, Debbie.
I'm working on doing a shake testing party, but I have no experience in it. So with what you just shared, if I go through that and more than once, will that, I'm taking it that that's going to give me enough information to be able to do a party without having a Pearson and Christine or you guys here to walk me through it?
Absolutely. You have us in the video walking you through it. So you'll have the slides that we use are there, step-by-step video of the entire presentation. I do it in 25 minutes in this video. And in the coming days, we'll even have like a PDF detailing the bullet points of kind of the ideas that we're hitting during the presentation. So all of it's there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great question. Thank you, Debbie. Anybody have questions, comments, feedback, ideas, thoughts, feelings, excitement?
If you're excited, go like this.
Sweet.
Any other questions?
The only bad question is a question that never gets asked.
How was your day?
That's a great question.
Frankie.
Hi, brother. My day was phenomenal. How was your day?
Still going, brother.
Oh yeah, it's like 7 o'clock there.
Yeah. All right. Is this making sense? How many of you guys feel a sense of relief or excitement that there's a system to support you guys?
Excited.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Anything else?
What else? Yeah, I just want you guys to know that, it's all exciting and it's fun and it's simple, and there are times where it's going to be challenging and frustrating and disappointing, and you're gonna and the ones that you think will do this won't do it, and the ones that you think can do this can't do this, and some will, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. Your job is this is how I want you to view your job. How many of you guys, we've gone to breakfast before, right? And when you go to it, let's pretend you go to a restaurant and you sit down and the server comes up to you and he or she says, would you like some coffee? You're going to either answer yes or you're going to answer no. Can we all agree with that? Great. So if you say yes, she's going to fill up your cup of coffee. If you say no, he or she, what are they going to do? They're going to move on to the next table and they're going to ask the next table, would you like some coffee? And the person is going to say yes or no. Let's say that they say no. Great. They're going to move on to the next table. Would you like some coffee? The person says no. Well, if the waitress gets 3 no's in a row, is the waiter or waitress going to be like, oh, you know what? Forget it. I'm not smart enough to be a server. I shouldn't even be pouring coffee. Like, of course, this is what I get for not going to college. I'm not smart enough to be pouring coffee. I don't make enough money to be pouring coffee. I'm too fat to be pouring coffee. Do they do that? Of course not. They just go on to the next table and the next table, and they just keep asking if people would like some coffee. So all we're doing is we are service providers. That's it. We're just asking if people are open to taking a look. And if they say yes, fantastic. And if they say no, how unfortunate for them. How unfortunate for them. Because we know what we have. We know what we have. So just keep offering and keep serving and keep offering and keep serving. And that's why those character traits are so important, because I'd rather run with one. Remember this. I'd rather run with one than drag 100. So be selective about who you get started with your business, and be selective with who you give your time to, and never feel like you're interrupting Eden or I ever, or Pearson or Christine. You are never the interruption of our work. You are the purpose of our work. I'm going to say that again. You are never the interruption of our work. You are the purpose of our work. The islands are going to transform forever. Eagle Point's going to transform forever, but it's on you to be the invitation. It's on you to be the messenger. Any questions?
We love you guys.
Is that Mr. Peanut? Hi, Peanut.
Where are they?
Oh, there There she is.
Hi, Peanut.
Hi.
Aw.
Mark your calendars. January 12th
Thank
to
you.
the 14th.
Yes.
January 12th to the 14th.
That's what I missed.
In San Antonio, Texas is NYKO, New Year's Kickoff. In Isogenics land, we have 2 major conventions a year. We have one in the beginning of the year, one in the middle of the year. The beginning of the year one, NYKO, is in San Antonio, January 12th to the 14th. Some of you might be thinking, I have no idea how I'm going to get to San Antonio. And I'll share this with you right now, and this applies to everything that you're going to create. How is none of your business, and if the why is strong enough, the how does not matter. I heard about that. If the why is strong enough, then the how does not matter. So set a clear intention. Mark the calendar. If you have a job that you have to put in a request for time off, put in the request for time off. Because I will tell you this right now. Not every single person that attends major events is going to make $10,000 to $20,000 a month. But every single person that's making $10,000 to $20,000 a month is at these main events. So beg, borrow, steal, swim, scuba, surf, sail, does not matter how you create it. Find a way. There will be people flying in from Australia to be at this event, from Colombia, from Taiwan, from Hong Kong, from Indonesia. If you want it bad enough, you will find a way. There's a saying, if you are oh, I forgot it. I was flowing and then I forgot it.
If you are what? What's the point of it? What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
If it's up to me.
There's that too.
If it is to be, it's up to me. Yeah. What I like to say is let the company pay for your event. How many of you guys like the idea of the company paying to get you to the event? All right. Well, guess what? You guys have these debit cards that most of you have already received because most of you have earned a commission. If you haven't, it'll be coming soon. You're going to get a preloaded debit card. And every Monday, every time a commission gets distributed, it's going to get loaded to that card. So I would invite you to not touch that card. Use it as kind of like a savings account. And the only time you dip into that savings account for the time being is to help get you guys to events.
I remember that.
Stay within the budget of what you were already spending on your Isogenics food. If you had a space for $300 extra a month, for food that you had allocated towards Isogenics, stay within that because it gets really easy to start buying all kinds of products when you're making a lot of money. But we want to encourage you to think like business owners and don't get high on your own supply. So, allow that money to build up. And before you know it, you're going to have enough on there to be able to purchase an event ticket, which I believe is $149 or $199. Before you know it, you're going to be able to purchase a flight. Keep your eye out for discounts and deals on flights. I know that Hawaiian Air comes out with stuff all the time. Keep your eye out and be ready to pull the trigger when you find the right deal. But get out there. If the event starts on the 12th, maybe get there on the 11th.
Or maybe make a trip out of it. Like come for a couple days early, whatever.
What else is in San Antonio?
The Riverwalk. There's like a whole deal there. It's all a tax write-off too, by the way. Everything is a tax write-off. It's all tax deductible. And I remember what I wanted to say. If you're interested, you will do what's convenient. If you are committed, you will do whatever it takes.
Ooh.
If you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. If you're committed, you'll do whatever it takes.
Good one.
I remembered that one. Oh, Kai's giving me a clap. All right. Applause from Kai. Sweet.
All right. Last call for any questions. Anytime you guys ask a question, by the way, it serves the entire group because if there's something glaring that we're missing, your question is something that other people are thinking also. So use this opportunity while you have us. Press mute at the bottom left-hand corner if you want to unmute. Okay. Guess we got it all.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. We love you guys. We're so proud of all of you and congratulations on everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, good
You
night,
guys are
guys.
amazing. Good night.